Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. Now, first of all, I apologise if this week's vlog is all wobbly and blurry and everything, because it's Sunday evening and himself is filming it, and himself is stocious. Aren't you stocious?
I am.
He is, you see, he even admits it. See, normally he doesn't. You know, I go to him, are you drunk? And he goes, no. And then I know he is. I know, but it's actually worse when he admits it. So yeah, it was the last match of the football season today, and he went with his friend Guy, his lovely friend Guy, who I regard as a bad influence. Now, I hate being that sort of wife who regards men's friends as bad influences. But anyway, normally himself would have a couple of pints with his brother, but no, today he has 5 pints that he has told me about. There might be more. No, I don't mind at all, but it might be a bit wobbly. And we're doing it tonight, Sunday, because I am in London. Did I say that? And tomorrow morning we are going at first light to see his old woman, because it's her birthday tomorrow. And you see, with all the uploading and everything, we have to do the uploading overnight, but we couldn't do it in the morning. I'm sorry, this is all incredibly boring and technical. Now, more importantly, thank you so much for all your incredible kindness to me after last Monday. I couldn't get over it, because I was expecting, you know, people to say, would you cop on and get a hold of yourself, and you've nothing to be whining about. And I'm so grateful to you, because you make me feel like I am not such a complete freak, you know. And people who say that they feel like that or they felt like that, that just makes me feel so much better. And thank you. And I feel a lot better now. Like, it was still kind of a wobbly old week, you know, like it took a good while to kind of normal out. And so now we're in London, and I'll tell you what I did today. This is something I have never actually literally, I love saying the word literally. The young people say it. I really, really like it. I have literally never done this before in my life. Today, I saw a personal trainer for the first time in my life. And I booked it a while ago. And I do this a lot. I agree to things because I think it's actually never going to happen. And then as the time gets nearer, I think, sweet mother of Jesus, I can't believe I really signed up to that. Well, feck it, lads, I did. And I was at one of my meetings this morning, you know, those meetings, those secret meetings I go to. And I was sitting there and I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice if something happened on the way back? And I broke my leg somehow, and I just couldn't do it. I was really, really scared. And then, so I went to the place, the gym. It's the gym, I may as well call it. It's the gym. And I went there and I sat and I waited, and nobody who looked like the woman, her name is Lydia, came. I was thinking, oh, fantastic, she's forgotten, this is great. I thought I'd wait 5 more minutes, and then in she comes. And it was the most odd, strange, peculiar hour. Like, I mean, from time to time, I've tried to do weights and I've usually injured myself. And this time, it was both wonderful and unspeakably awful at the same time. Like, she got me to do things that I had never done before, like with the weights and the things and all. And she made me do them long, long, long after I would have stopped, way past the point where I thought, if I do this one more time, I will amputate my arm rather than go through another lift. And she kept doing it, and she was quite nice, but tough, do you know? And but nice tough in a nice way, not in a shouty way. Because if people shout at me, I think, no, I'm not doing this. People have to be mean to me subtly, and she was mean to me subtly, and I got through, you know, we did 50 minutes, and then I lay on a mat, and she sort of stretched me. I didn't even have to do my stretches myself. That was another thing about it, like, I didn't have to do any thinking, you know. She'd say, go over there and do 30 of them, or sit down there and stick that up in the air 40 times, do you know? And I had no idea what was coming next, or how long I'd have to do it for. And there was something kind of nice about that. And then, so I finished that at 1:30. And I came and I had my lunch, and then I think at about 4 o'clock, I was hit with the most unmerciful hunger. Now, it wasn't like my normal hunger, which isn't actually hunger. Normally, when I eat, it's because I want something nice. You know, I have a completely dysfunctional relationship with food. I know I do. Like, so I will eat because I'm bored, you know, or I want to be cheered up or something. No, I was hungry, like proper breaking into somebody's house and stealing their cake hungry, you know. And so I ate some tissues, And then when I got onto the second box of tissues, I thought, no, Jesus, I didn't eat tissues, I'm only joking. I ate feckin' raw feckin' carrots and loads of 0% fat yogurt. And I couldn't wait for him to get back from the match so that we could go for something to eat. So he lurches in, stocious, and making no sense whatsoever. And but then we went for a tea, and now I feel fine. And so, and I feel, even now, I can feel it in my thighs and in my upper arms. I know that tomorrow I will wake up and I will think that I got Guillain-Barré syndrome overnight because I will be completely paralysed. I know I will be, I can feel it. I'm already turning to stone. But anyway, so I booked a course with her because I'm in London for 2 weeks. And she says, right, so we'll do Tuesday, Wednesday. And I said, no, wait a second, wait a second, Lydia. I said, I have been told by a cruel man that I am prone to sudden wild enthusiasms. And I liked today, Lydia, but let's not get carried away. Let's not, rein me back is basically what I was saying to her. So anyway, I'm going to see her on Tuesday and on Friday. So I think that's sort of reasonable. We'll see. Because if I take on too much, then I'll change my mind. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and then I will leave the country and never contact her again and say goodbye to my 10 classes. So yeah, now I have books to show you. Both feminist books. This now is Like Other Girls, and it is by Irish writer Claire Hennessy. And I cannot praise this enough. It is described as a young adult novel. I am not young, and I don't think I'm an adult either. And I adored it. It is how it is to be a young Irish feminist right now. It almost quivers with rage. It's great. The protagonist she's young, she's smart, she's raging. And it's really, 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 really good. And I recommend it highly. Second book, also a feminist book, entirely different. This is Lillian Boxfish Takes a Walk. Now, I can't remember who it's by, hold on, because it's wild. Kathleen Rooney. Now, this is based on a real woman who was an advertising hotshot in the 30s, and it is about, and when she got married, which she eventually did, you know, she waited till later, she had to give up her job. And it's set now in the 80s, and she is in her 80s, and she's walking around New York on New Year's Eve, and she's looking back on her life and all the kind of the different ages that New York went through. Now, the voice is salty. You know, she's a kind of one of those New York women who'd scare the bejesus out of you. You know, they're kind of full of smart answers, and, you know, they can take care of themselves, and they're a certain type. They're very admirable, and you'd like them, but you'd be dead scared of them. And her take on everything is interesting because, I mean, it is very much a feminist book, but I suppose also it's a sort of a love letter to New York. Both very different and both highly enjoyable. This one is out now. This will be out in the end of June. I'm sorry for telling you about books that aren't out yet, but I thought they sort of went together, you know? So now, I'm in London. I will be working, and I will be doing the other thing that is not work. I don't know. Seeing friends, seeing family, seeing people I love. Next weekend, I'm going to the Chessington World of Adventures with him there behind the camera, his brother, his brother's nippers, and their mother. And I am very fond of them. And that'll be nice. We've gone away with them before. They're very nice. And I suppose I'll keep you posted. I don't think I can actually stand up now. The old thighs have froze completely. I'm sure, yeah, today it was really sunny in London. And after I had done my kind of self-improvement things, 2 things, so mid-afternoon I had nothing to do. That's kind of, well, I could have worked. And I suppose I should have worked. But I decided just today I was going to park all the shoulds. So I went out and I walked the streets. And even though it was sunny, I had a lovely time. I mean, it was sunny, and I had my sunglasses on, and I had my hood up, and I walked in the shade, and I had a parasol. But still, I was out in the sun. And I don't know, I love London. You know, everything is here. Like, you see a fella driving along in a Ferrari, passing a doorway where there's a homeless person sleeping. And normally I agonise about situations like that, about the vast disparities in wealth. And I just thought today, I can't fix everything. I can't make the world be the way I think it should be. So I just enjoyed myself in my all over body cover. Like I have a little mobile sort of tent on wheels with kind of mesh, and I can sort of dimly see through. And I went to the Waitrose in John Lewis's, which is like, oh my God, talk about land of dreams. It was just beautiful. And so that's how I am today. I'm a lot better than last week. Thank you so much, but I am touched to the core by your kindness. I really am. I'm immensely grateful. And I'll be back next week. I'll be back from the Chessington World of Adventures, and I will tell you all about it. Thank you again. You are very, very, very lovely. Have a nice week.